This lesson is over TAKS Objective 5, which is over quadratic and other non-linear functions. So let's just dive right in. We've got problem number 1, and number 1 says, the grid below shows parabolas A and B of the form y equals ax squared plus c. So you can see from the graph that these are both parabolas, and they are quadratic functions. So it says, how are parabolas A and B related? So we're just going to go through these answer choices and see which one makes the most sense. It says parabola A is narrower than parabola B. Well, if you look at the 3 points that are given, parabola A has these 3 points, and parabola B has these 3 points. You can see that the points are not any narrower on parabola A. So F would not be our answer. Moving on to G. Parabola A is wider than parabola B. You can see again that there is no change in the narrow or wide part of it. Then I cannot talk tonight. Answer number H says all the points on parabola A are 7 units below the corresponding points on parabola B. Well, if it's saying that parabola A is 7 units below parabola B, that's not true, so we need to cross that out. Hopefully it's answer J. It says all the points on parabola A are 7 units above the corresponding points. And so that is our answer, and so we're going to circle answer J. Problem number 2 says, how does the graph of y equals negative 3/4 x squared differ from the graph of y equals 4/3 x squared? Okay, so to compare these two graphs, I'm going to graph both of them. I'm going to do it on my graphing calculator. Again, I don't have my graphing calculator with me, so I'm going to graph it on my iPhone app, and then I'll take a picture of it and we can compare it in this video. Okay, so here are the two graphs, the two functions graphed. You can see that the negative 3/4 x squared, that one is going to be in red. And the 4/3 x squared, that one is in blue. So we can compare them real easily. So it says the graph of y equals negative 3/4 x squared, that's the red one. Whoops. Opens downward, so that's right. And it is wider than the graph of y equals 4/3 x squared. Well, it does appear to be wider. If you look at it, you can see that this one is a little bit wider than the blue one. So it appears like that might be the correct answer. Let's go on to answer choice G and see what it says. The graph of y equals negative 3/4 x squared opens upward. Well, the red graph does not open upward, so that one is wrong. The graph of y equals negative 3/4 x squared opens upward. Again, no, that's wrong. And then the last answer is actually on to page 2, so let me go on to page 2 really quick. Okay, answer choice J says the graph of y equals negative 3/4 x squared opens downward, which is true, and it is narrower than the graph of y equals 4/3. Well, that part is not true, and so that would not be an answer choice. So it looks like our first answer, which was answer choice F, that is the correct answer choice. Okay, so let's move on to problem number 3. Problem number 3, the graph shows the relationship between a 1-ton car's kinetic energy K and its velocity V. Okay, so let's move down, let's look at the graph. If the kinetic energy of the car is proportional to the square of its velocity, then its kinetic energy when traveling at 60 miles per hour is about. So we want to look at these answer choices, and we're going to extend this graph and see which of these answer choices it appears that it could be at when it is 60 miles per hour. So I'm going to extend this graph. And now, which one of the answer choices appears to be the best answer? Well, 320 kilojoules would be about right here. Sorry, let me get my pen back. It would be about right here, and that's not where it's at 60, so that can't be an answer choice. 480 would be about right here at the 60, and that doesn't appear to be a very good answer choice. 720, let me move my page down a little bit. 720 would be approximately right here at the 60, and it appears like that might be the best answer choice. Let's read the next answer. The next answer is 1280, and that just appears to be way too high. So it looks like that answer choice C is our best answer. Okay, so let's go on to number 4. All right, number 4. What is the simplified form of this rational right here? Okay, so let's go ahead and write it out in expanded form. I'm first of all going to simplify the top part, and it looks like I'm multiplying. I don't have an exponent on the outside, so I'm just going to go ahead and multiply that. And it would be on the top, negative 6 times 2 would be a negative 12. And then you have a to the third times a squared. Remember, you add your exponents, so that would be a to the fifth. And then b to the fifth times b to the third, that would be b to the eighth. Again, we're going to add our exponents. Okay, and now let's go ahead and write down what we have on the bottom. Negative 18, a to the fourth, b to the eighth, and then c to the third. So let's go ahead and simplify this. We can see that negative 12 over negative 18, they both have a common factor of 6, and of course they're both negative, so we can change that and make that positive. If I divide both of those by 6, I'm going to get 2 on top and 3 on the bottom. Okay, so right off the bat, it looks like I can cancel out 2 of my answers. Answer choice F is not right, and neither is answer choice J, because we've got a negative there, and a negative divided by negative is positive. Now let's look at our A's. We have a to the fourth in the denominator and a to the fifth in the numerator. That means we have one more a on top, so this is going to cancel into this top one and make that an a on top. And then we can already see what our answer choice is going to be. Hopefully we're going to end up with G here because we got an a squared. We didn't get a squared, but let's keep going. The b to the eighth divided by b to the eighth, that will cancel. And then the c does not have anything else to cancel with it, so we do have a c to the third on the bottom. And we can see that we got answer choice G. Okay, problem number 5. What are the x-intercepts of the graph of the equation y equals x squared plus x minus 12? So again, I'm going to type this in on my graphing calculator. So let me do that on my app, and then I will put the picture in the video. Okay, here is the picture of the graph. Again, it's asking for the x-intercepts, so you can see that I have an x-intercept right here, and then my other x-intercept is right here. It appears that the one on the right side is at 3. So these two answer choices could be correct. And then the one on the left side is 1, 2, 3, negative 4. So again, you can look and see that answer choice B is the correct answer. Problem number 6. The graph of the function y equals x squared plus 2x minus 3 is shown below. What are the y-intercept and x-intercepts of this function? The y-intercept is right here at negative 3. Now if I was to write the ordered pair for that point, it would be 0, negative 3. So let's see if we can narrow down some answer choices. Looks like F has 0, negative 3, G has 0, negative 3, H does not, so I can cancel that out, but J does right here. So let's look at our x-intercepts. We have an x-intercept right here, which if I was to write that ordered pair, it would be 1, 0. And then on the other side, I have an x-intercept right here, which would be at -3, 0. So let's see which answer choice has those as the answer. I see 0, -3 here. I also see a -3, 0, but 0, 1 does not work, so F is not an answer choice. G, I've got 0, -3, I've got 1, 0, and I've got -3, 0. It appears that that is the correct answer. Let's just double check with J. 1, -3, okay, that does not work, so we can see our answer choice is G. Okay, let's move on to number 7. Number 7 says the mass of Earth is close to 5.97 times 10 to the 24th kilograms, and the mass of Venus is close to 4.87 times 10 to the 24th kilograms. What is the combined mass of both planets? So it appears that we're going to be adding these together because it says combined mass. That infers that we are finding the sum. So let's write this down. We've got 5.97 times 10 to the 24th plus the 4.87 times 10 to the 24th. And let's add those up. We've got 5.97 plus 4.87, which is 10.84. And then if you have times 10 to the 24th plus a times 10 to the 24th, that's going to stay times 10 to the 24th. However, if you look at 10.84, we're going to have to move that decimal one place back, which is going to add an exponent here, and so it's going to be 1.08 times 10, because we had to move it back one, we're going to add an exponent, and so that would be to the 25th, which is answer choice A. Now, again, if you were able to just add 5.97 plus the 4.87, and you saw that that was 10.84, we immediately could eliminate answer choice B and D. And then, if you didn't remember that when you add exponentially, you just keep it the same, hopefully you would have recognized that 10 to the 48th would be those added together, but then if you have to move it back one, if you had to add the exponents, then that should have been 49, so you could see that that could be eliminated as well. So hopefully you could eliminate it down to the correct answer, A, just by knowing how to add these together. Last but not least, we have number 8. And it says the area of a rectangle is 144 j to the 9th k to the 15th square units. If the width of the rectangle is 8 j to the 4th k to the 5th units, what is the rectangle's length? To do this problem, you need to understand the area formula for a rectangle. It's A equals length times width. Now, if I'm going to put the area in here, and that would be 144 j to the 9th k to the 15th. And that equals, and they're giving me the width, so I don't know my length. I'm going to call that length is my unknown here, but my width is 8 j to the 4th k to the 5th. To get what L is, I'm going to have to divide by 8 j to the 4th k to the 5th on both sides. So hopefully just by knowing what your area formula is, you'll be able to figure out what you have to do with the numbers. You end up having to divide them. So if I want to figure out what my length is, let's go ahead and divide those. 144 divided by 8 is 18. Just by doing that right there, you can eliminate it down to the correct answer because there's only one of them that has an 18. But let's keep going. J to the 9th divided by j to the 4th. I have 5 j's more on top, so that's going to be j to the 5th. And then I have k to the 15th divided by k to the 5th. This cancels 5 out of those k's, which would be k to the 10th. And we can see that this is our correct answer. Okay, good job tonight. Please come with your notes filled out and ready to work some more problems for Objective 5.